burned in a furnace.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
And he had a loud voice. This is how you know that Christ is a black man. He wasn't no meek sounding white boy who don't put no bass in his voice. He had a voice that sounded like many waters. This is a loud voice. He commanded attention. Right? But they don't tell you this. They never read Revelation chapter 1 in the church to let you know that Christ had a color and that he looked like you. Why? Because if you know Christ looked like you, then this idea of white God comes out of your head. White supremacy gets killed right there. Because you know that the greatest man who's ever walked this earth looked just like you.
That's right.
That God chose, he said that God made man in his image. So if he made his son like that, what does God look like? Us. You're not gonna take the Most High on Jerry Springer like, is this your baby? No, his son is gonna look like him. His son is gonna look like him.
Teach,
Give me Psalms chapter 2. Give me Psalms chapter 2, right? Because the Most High is not going to choose. The Most High is not going to look this way and then he's going to go take himself a little goop baby. No, he's going to get a son that looks just like him. The most. He's not going to get Liu Kang, somebody that look like Liu Kang to be his baby.
Jinping.
No, he's going to get someone who looks like him. Give me Psalms chapter 2,
Xi Jinping.
7. Verse 7.
Psalms chapter 2 and verse 7. I will declare the decree. The Most High has said unto me.
The Most High has said unto me.
Thou art my son.
Thou art my son. He did not choose somebody from another nation.
This day have I begotten thee.
So the Most High said this day he chose Christ. He's not going to choose somebody from another nation that don't look like him. But let's see what he told Christ.
Ask of me.
He said for Christ to ask of him.
And I shall give thee the heathen.
He's going to give him who?
The heathen. For thine inheritance.
So he said all Christ got to do is ask him and he's going to give him the heathen. Hey, do you know who's a heathen? You know what's a heathen? Not specifically?
Was it the false idol worshippers?
No. So in the Old Testament,
he's partly right.
He's partly right. So in the Old Testament, they use word like Gentiles, right? This is specifically the word Gentile. The Hebrew Bible is translated. Old Testament is from Hebrew. When you see that word Gentile, the word is goyim, which means someone of another nation. That's a heathen. In the New Testament, they use the word heathen more often, but it's really Gentile, which means someone from another nation. So God told Christ, all he got to do is ask him, and he's going to give him all the heathen for an inheritance. Now, let's say you inherited something from your father. What does that mean?
My father, if I inherit something from my father, I inherit his kingdom.
No. I'm talking about your literal father. Let's say your father. Let's say he's your literal father. He's your literal father. Give me Romans.
Find out where his father's from first.
My dad is deceased. My father is in heaven.
What's your patrilineal descent? Like what nation of people? Irish, Italian.
My last name has a Polish ancestor.
Polish ancestor. Yeah, I mean, most likely, right? So give me Romans chapter 9. Give me Romans chapter 9, right? Because you have to understand, like this, there's a concept. You're a Christian? You're a Christian, right? So there's this concept that goes on in church, right? That all people, because God made everybody, so we're all his children, right?
I'm not sure about that.
You're not sure about that? You don't think God made everybody?
Well, no, I believe he created creation, yet in the New Testament he talks about children of Yahweh and children of the father of lies, with Satan. And I'm not sure how some children become children of Yahweh.
So how is
become children of Satan?
So
is it a choice?
So you acknowledge that God made everybody, though?
Well, he created
everybody, and yet he said some is his children and some as the children of the devil, right? Now let's see Romans chapter 9. You can start at verse 13.
Go on. This is Romans 9 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
As it is written, Jacob have I...
Salakia, verse 7.
Salakia, verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
So it's saying just because, you know, remember in church we had this old father Abraham had many sons, You know that song. You're a Christian, right? So it says just because you're a child of Abraham doesn't make you a child of God. Right? Because God gets really specific. He gets really specific who are his children. Go on.
From the top, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
So this is a what do you call it? This is like you're basically checklist, right? So you could be from Abraham, so you could put a check on that, and I believe you're a son of Abraham too. So you could put a check on that, right? But now the next step is in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That's right. So everybody who's not a son of Isaac, literally, they're not children of God.
That's right.
So Isaac, I'm going to give you a little history. Isaac had two sons. Do you know what their name are?
I forgot.
It's Jacob and Esau. So most likely you're along the way. You get a check mark for Isaac also. Most likely, if the Spirit be with you. Go on.
Verse 8, that is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God. But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
It says, so the children of the promise are counted as a seed. Just because everybody's from Abraham and Isaac doesn't mean that they're children of God. That means they're children of the flesh. Only the children of promise. Go down to verse 13, because I'm going to speed this up real quick.
Verse 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Those are the two children of Isaac, Jacob and Esau. But yet the Most High said he loves Jacob.
That's right.
And he hates Esau.
That's right.
So now we got so only one is the children of promise.
That's
now
right.
if you could take a guess which one is the children of the promise, which one would you guess? Jacob or Esau? Which one do you think? Bless you, brother. Thank you.
You made it rather evident.
Huh?
You made it rather evident.
Of course, absolutely. Now let's continue with this, because the Most High gets specific. He said he hates Esau.
Verse 14, what shall we say then?
That's right.
Is there unrighteousness with God?
God forbid.
God forbid.
God forbid. So now you might think, oh wow, God only chose one nation of people to be his children
That's
out
right.
of all the world. So is there unrighteousness with God? Paul, who wrote the book of Romans, said, God forbid. And if we was in 2020 writing this, he would say, hell no. Right? That's not what unrighteousness with God. Let's go on.
Verse 15, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
So the Most High told Moses, just like with Pharaoh, the same way, like because the Edomites might say that's unrighteousness, but he said, God forbid, because God can have mercy on who he wants to have mercy, and compassion on who he wants to have compassion. Let's continue with this.
Verse 16, so then it is not of him that will.
So it's not if we want it, not because if we want to be the children of God, because you said that you believe you're children of God. But this scripture say, so it's not then of him that will it. So just because you want it doesn't make you children of God.
That's right.
Nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy.
But it's because God shows mercy. Go on, we're gonna continue with this Romans 9.
For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up.
So just like with Pharaoh and it's ironic that Paul uses the Moses, because it's in Moses' time he raised up Egypt. So just like in Pharaoh, when how he raised up Pharaoh, the same way how he raises up the Edomites right now. Go on.
God, I might shew my power in thee.
So just because the Most High raised up the Edomites, this is just so he can show his power. The same way he raised up Pharaoh, just to show his power.
And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
And that's how the Most High is going to declare his name throughout all the earth.
If you're not a Christian, why are you citing Romans that was written by Paul?
Get me Romans chapter 1. Let me get. I'm gonna stay right in this same book. We're gonna see right in this same book why I'm reading this. Give me Romans chapter 1 and verse 7. Because you know what the book of Romans is? Was this Paul like penning this and he was writing this to a specific group of people? Let's see who he was writing.
That's right. Get him.
Romans 1 and verse 7. To all that be in Rome.
To all that be in Rome, to everybody that be in Rome. You would think that means that even the Romans could get this, right? But notice he said he write this to all that be in Rome, not to the Romans. Go on.
Beloved of the Most High.
But he put a quantifier on this. So all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High.
Called to be saints.
Called to be saints. Who is called to be saints?
John 55:5.
Get it. The man called the scripture.
Yep.
Get that scripture for us.
Jesus said he came to reconcile all creation unto him, and he would reconcile all.
Reconcile. I like that choice of word, right? Beautiful. Beautiful.
So are you disputing that Paul was not a Christian?
I didn't dispute. You don't make an argument for me. I make my arguments very plain, right? You said a word just now, reconcile. Let's say you and your girlfriend. Hold on. We can get there. We'll get there, right? We gonna get there, right? But let's say you broke up with your girlfriend. You have a girlfriend? You don't have a girlfriend. You ever had a girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay. Can I reconcile with your ex-girlfriend?
Right.
No. Yes. Jesus, you're a Christian, right? You believe in Jesus. Jesus said, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Anything else is from the devil. But what does reconcile?
Let's not manipulate the word.
What does reconcile mean?
Reconcile. He meant let me take all of creation that came from the Creator onto myself, and I'll surrender and subject myself.
How can you reconcile with somebody you was never with? How can you reconcile with somebody you was never with? That's the question. You said reconcile. I want to know, how can you reconcile with someone you was never with?
I am with him.
You were never with God. Jesus said he came to reconcile the people. The people.
Do you have any understanding of what the crucifixion?
Okay, we can do this. Get your check. Do you have a Bible on the floor, man? Do you have a Bible? Do you have a Bible?
I don't.
Can you call the verse that you're quoting? Because we could go into this. But I want to just show you that saint. That saint. Let's deal with that saint.
You guys are going to cite your New Testament. You're going to have this.
Yo, my man.
That's the devil.
I didn't give you permission. I didn't give you permission.
Okay, you
better stop this and you better go. If you touch me,
Back up.
Order. The word is cutting them. Let's just keep the word going.